as, well, we're ready, and we hope you are too, watching at home on twitch.tv/bros_calamity. And here we go. It is game one between the Cuttlefish and Squishy What. Splat zones at Sturgeon Shipyard. We're going to have to see the setup of these two teams here. Muddy playing a Splattershot Junior, very good coverage weapon, but don't underestimate its punching power as well. And we're going to see now, as we see at the top of the screen, a Splattershot Junior, a Tri-Slosher Nouveau, pardon my French, NZAP 89, and a Splattershot Pro. And already at a disadvantage, but BP Daddy keeping along with the Splooshomatic, excuse me, and the Arrow Spray, Tentatech Splattershot, and the Splat Roller being played by Astro this time. Definitely a good weapon to support, to cut off angles, and the splashdown. Oh, he gets caught with the Splat Bomb, and that is Muddy with the Splattershot Junior. Don't sleep on that weapon set, folks, but BP Daddy catches him with the Splooshomatic, the ever-dangerous close-range weapon. It covers, you do not want a Splooshomatic to the face, let me assure you. And that is Cuddle with the Tri-Slosher Nouveau. It is a very, very effective weapon. That Tri-Slosher, I'd say still recovering from that 1.3 patch, but nonetheless, a very good weapon. And it can absolutely ruin your day up close, along with those Splat Bombs that we just saw take out Lido Finito with the Arrow Spray. Trying to get some ink coverage. Never really got the chance. Taking out Astro in the Inkjet. The Inkjet coming into favor in the metagame as of late. And they are covering the zone, cutting it down to 35. And that is the Cuttlefish with 59 with the penalty as well. But Pocho making an effort to cut it down, but can't quite do it. And we are going to see, oh my goodness, it is a bloodbath here, an ink bath, if you will. 2-1, and that will do it. Just like that, Squishy What takes game one of this clip, and what a dominating performance by that team. The Cuttlefish, good individual players, just could never. Wait a second, no, excuse me, it was Squishy What getting taken to task there. Astro just could never get the ball rolling there. So no, excuse me, I got the names confused there for a second. It was the Cuttlefish taking that first victory, and great team effort. No one really standing out quite as much as anyone would have really liked, but who really cares when you get a decisive victory like that, cutting into their penalty, and just like that, it was a knockout victory for the Cuttlefish. And Squishy What, who looked so dominant so early throughout all those games, despite the great efforts of the genetically altered mutant squids, it was a pretty decisive victory there. I mean, let's face it, it is what it is. But it seems like they have met their match with the Cuttlefish. They are working as a unit. I mean, good individual players, but it is the teamwork that makes the dream work in Splatoon 2. And we're going to have to see if they can carry that over into the next round. We are ready for Splat Zones at Starfish Main Stage. It's a very easy zone to access, so we could see a lot of knockdown, drag-out, punch-you-in-the-face action that we have seen before. We are ready for Game 2 of this matchup. Everything the same on the side of Cuttlefish, and a few changes on the side of Squishy What. We're going to see how that shakes out. They are playing with a Splat Charger. That is Astro on the Splat Charger. And they are also playing a Tentatech Splattershot, same as last game. But also the Dually Squelchers coming into play for to go along with that Splooshomatic. So quite a bit of range they're employing here in Splat Zones on Starfish Main Stage. Of course, they are understanding of just how difficult it is to access that zone when you have a little bit of range employed on this stage. Picking for the stage, never a bad thing. Oh, Lido Finito and Gurin getting that trade there, and we're going to have to see how that shakes out. Astro just trying to clear the zone with that Stingray, cut off some access for these players, not quite working. They're cutting it down to 30 points remaining for a knockout victory. And wow, Muddy getting himself 2-3 kills, just clears the board, and it looks like that will do it. No real time to access the zone, and all of a sudden the Cuttlefish posing for the camera is Muddy. And how do you like that for style? That is a knockout victory as clear as you can get. 2-0 to the Cuttlefish. And wow, what a play there by all of those players. Of course, Muddy getting the most kills on the team with 8 splats, but certainly those 2 ink armors helping his team stay alive and control that zone for so long. Cora Cuttle doing quite a bit of work herself in that round, but I mean, it was Astro and the rest of his team doing everything that they could to get that to get momentum going. But as soon as they tried to approach the zone, they were met with that Splattershot Junior, that close range weapon of Muddy and his counterparts. It seemed like they tried to counterplay, but there's not a whole lot you can do. Starfish main stage, a pretty open map with a few little side areas, but nonetheless, that's how that went down, folks. My name is Stuart Campbell. You can follow me on Twitter at @StuTheAnnouncer. And while you're there, make sure that you follow Bros_Calamity on Twitter. That's Bros Calamity on Twitter. And of course, if you're not following us already, you know how to do it. You hit that follow button. It's either up there or down there. I'm not really sure, but it's there. Just look on the screen. It is twitch.tv/Bros_Calamity. Folks, if you're fans of Smash, like we all are here, we invite you to join us here at the laboratory for We Bear Bears 138. It's our weekly Splatoon tournament. No, it's the Smash Brothers tournament. I play Splatoon, so of course I have it on my brain. But nonetheless, Smash Brothers 4 being played here weekly. At the laboratory. And we are going to get rocking here with Game 3. It is time to ride the tower. Tower control at Muscle Forge Fitness. A very open map, very much emphasizing in coverage, and we are going to see how this shakes out. How will they counter? We got a range blast, or is that a regular blaster being played by Muddy? The range blaster definitely a favored weapon in tower control. Yeah, it seems like it is a range blaster alongside the Tri-Slosher Nouveau. I got to work on my French, pardon me. The NZAP 89 and the Splash-O-Matic, a very effective close-range weapon. Get yourself quite a bit of kills with that thing as they cut the lead down to 80 to 100 remaining for both teams. 75 now for the Cuttlefish, but they will lose control of the tower temporarily. Nothing wrong with that. They have themselves the lead, but they are facing off against Squishy What. BP Daddy catching the wrong end of a range blaster. Is that a range blaster? I need to see the fire rate there. Either way, definitely an effective blaster. Pocho catching the wrong end of it as well. Pocho playing that Tentatek splatter shot, and we're going to have to see what BP Daddy can do with that Sploosha-matic. And again, their set, Squishy What set being the Splat Charger, being played by Astro there. Oh, right into the sniping range of Astro. And that is a very dangerous place to be. So quick with the aim, but cannot get any momentum going. Muddy still riding the tower down to 23, and they are almost past the final checkpoint. A double by Muddy with the Splattershot Junior. Lido Finito and BP Daddy not having the range to connect, and that is all she wrote. Rides the tower all the way to the goal and clearing it just like that. And I mean, a very good effort, but nonetheless, that is another victory, making it 3-0 for the Cuttlefish. And all of a sudden, Squishy What on the ropes. That is not a phrase that I thought I would be saying after that last match, but Muddy with that ranged blaster, 15 splats in that one matchup. That was amazing. Yeah, you talk about hype. You talk about that performance by Muddy. And, I mean, we saw some incredible sniping range by Astro, but again, just not enough room with which to work. for a lot of those teammates. Perhaps that's perhaps maybe this sniper isn't the way to go for Astro. We're going to see how this shakes out in this next match. Can the Cuttlefish get the sweep? We will have to see right here. BP Daddy still confirming his weapon selection here. And folks, we certainly thank you for joining us. Hey, if you want information of all the happenings here at the laboratory, just check it out. Twitch.tv/bros_calamity. You're already here, but check us out on Twitter as well. Bros_calamity is the Twitter tag, as well as the laboratory on Facebook. It's where we post all of our events, and you can make sure that you don't miss a single piece of FGC, Smash Brothers, or of course Splatoon 2 action. Let's ride the tower one more time. It's time to play 2 here at the Reef. A bit more of a close range set being employed by Bravo team. We're going to see what happens here. It is Astro playing that Tentatek splatter shot that we've seen him play to such good effect the last couple the last game. Getting the assist there, and oh, but he meets Muddy with the range blaster, and riding the tower he goes. His team again employing the range blaster, Tri-Slosher Nouveau, the NZAP 89, and the Splash-O-Matic. A bit of a change on the part of Squishy What, again with the Tentatek splatter shot. NZAP's 89 and 85 respectively, as well as the Splash-O-Matic, but they are already at checkpoint 1. But it is the tower being taken by Squishy What. Eventually, see if they can get some momentum going. But as any Splatoon 2 player will tell you, it's good to give up the tower just a little bit, because it doesn't reset quite as fast as, let's say, the Rainmaker. We have not seen Rainmaker as of yet in any of these games, and Astro catching a few blasters here. Can they potentially take the lead here? Making a push, already down to 47. And they have taken the lead. They are past the second checkpoint. 1 checkpoint to go. And Astro clearing the way for his team, leading the charge, but can't quite get past the NZAP 89 being employed by Sumo Storm. Well done, but they are past checkpoint 3. Can they? Oh, they can't get the job done. And all of a sudden, it is back into the hands of the Cuttlefish, but the damage has been done. It is 8 points remaining for blue team. They have taken the tower, but not for long. It is the Tri-Slosher Nouveau that gets the job done on BP Daddy, and we're going to go back to the tower. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Cora Cuddle with the Tri-Slosher Nouveau doing her work, but gets caught from behind with the Tentatek splatter shot, but that is a trade that they will take. It is 3-2 on the field right now, 3-3, excuse me. I mean, it changes constantly, excuse me, folks. But Guerin doing some work with that Splash-O-Matic, catching some of that close-range action there. Oh, the ink armor does not help Lido Finito nearly as much as he would have liked, and it is Guerin riding the tower, making sure that they get the reset. Doesn't need to be on the tower for the reset, and that was well scouted by Astro, who catches Guerin on the tower, but Sumo Storm, it is a veritable bloodbath, ink bath, if you will, here at Tower Control on the Reef. I mean, changing people faster than I can really keep up here. Excuse me, it is hard to control something and commentate at the same time, I must say. Have a newfound respect for streamers after this, let me tell you. But it is going to be the Cuttlefish trying to cut into the lead, making their push. It is 1-2 on the field. I can't imagine that they have anyone on the tower. It is only Muddy remaining. We will have to see what offensive measure they take. Oh, a bit too far forward for that range blaster to take. And it is the NZAP 89 that winds up taking the splat. Tenta missiles ready to go for them as well. But, oh, he gets caught from behind by Guerin with that Neo Splash-O-Matic. We're going to have to see how that shakes out. It is still, the push is still possible for Squishy What. They are at checkpoint 2. Can they get past it? No, they take the tower. BP Daddy and Guerin make a trade, and it is a trade that I'm sure the Cuttlefish will take. Sumo Storm employing those Tenta missiles. We're going to have to see. And Good employment of the Splat Bomb. Fun fact, if you roll the Splat Bomb, it detonates a little faster than if you throw it. So use that how you will. Try not to use Splat Bombs in your house, kids. It will ink up your furniture. And Astro taking the splat on someone, but gets splatted right back by that ranged blaster. Again, a good long-range weapon and an absolute nightmare to face in tower control. Seems to be making the difference right now, but oh wow, a splat right to the face. Catch this blaster, says Muddy, but a 2-on-1 will eventually do it, and it is Pocho and BP Daddy eventually getting the 2-on-1 kill on Muddy. And sometimes that's what you have to do. If you have trouble getting range, you have to go up close and introduce yourself. Tell them to shake your hand or perhaps shake your end zap. But it is Cuddle taking it. Oh, wait. They took the tower, but they were trading the tower right off pretty fast at that last part, but that will do it. It is, in fact, the Cuttlefish taking this game. No, wait a second. It's not the Cuttlefish taking this game. It's Squishy What. But they have a 3-0 lead. 3-1 lead. 3-1 for the Cuttlefish.
So just so you know, they already won. The way it works is best 2 out of 3 per match.
Right.
And then it's best 2 out of 3, like, so
Gotcha.
the other 1-0.
All right, so
1-1 is the tower.
now I see it. Right. Okay, that makes sense. Right on. So, oh, hey, man, first of all, that is an absolutely fly shirt. And hold up them arms, though.
Oh,
hold
wait,
up them sleeves. That, yes, those are sleeves for his arms, and they are arms sleeves. That is wildly confusing to explain. But nonetheless, go ahead and introduce yourself to the crowd.
Hi, my name is Dan. My tag is Danny J here at the lab. I'm participating in the Splatoon 2 tournament at the moment. I'm in
Right,
between.
you're part of the genetically altered mutant squids, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Between sets at the moment, just trying to take a moment to relax for a little bit. That last game was pretty stressful. I'm having a lot of fun here. Kind of feel like a fish out of water because I'm only level 6 on this game, and I'm playing with a lot of really good players that are like level 40, 50, 80. Isn't there one guy that's like level 92 or something?
That would be Muddy, and speaking of Muddy, we're going to go to him right now. As his team takes control of the tower, and that is them playing the Tensitech splatter shot. Oh, he gets splatted by that sniper. Astro, the sniper, splatting someone. The mind boggles. But no, that is the Cuttlefish. They are playing the Tensitech splatter shot, Tri-Slosher Neuve, the NZAP 89, and the Neo Splashomatic. Not much variance in the set there. We'll have to see if they Squishy What has game plan for that, and it seems like they have, playing the Splat Charger and Zaps 85 and 89 respectively, and the Tensitech splatter shot, but it is Sumo Storm with the 89 catching the splat on Astro. Just when he thought he was safe to use the Stingray, Sumo Storm goes up and knocks him in the mouth.
Yeah, that Gatling gun attack, I don't remember what it's called. That's really difficult to deal with because it's very easy. What my playstyle kind
What do you
of
mean,
is,
special?
Yeah, that big I don't know all the names for this.
Oh, the Stingray.
The Stingray, yeah, that can be really difficult to deal with because sometimes what I'll do when I'm playing is I'll try to like hide and tip back a little bit, especially if I'm trying to deal with recovering health. It's very easy to get backed into a corner and see that Stingray coming along, and you're just like, well, I don't know what to do. I just gotta accept my fate now.
I don't know how Sumo stayed alive for that long, but you're absolutely right. Stingray, definitely the preferred special in tower control, just for how quickly it can stop those those solo pushes just by itself. All you need to do is point it at the tower, and since it can go through walls, very effective in knocking people off that tower, or at least clearing the dance floor a little bit. As we see a continued push by the Cuttlefish. Could we see a knockout victory here in tower control? Right now, splatting Pocho 4-1 on the field. All they need is 7 points more, and they will win it. And there's the knockout blow. The Cuttlefish, Cuddle, doing quite a bit of work with that Tri-Slosher Nouveau, and the Cuttlefish will take this game. And indeed, the match, it is down to, it is a 2-1 victory for the Cuttlefish. And my oh my,
All right.
that is Cora Cuttle and Muddy teaming up for a combined 20 kills. And credit where credit is due, Squishy What tried their absolute darndest, but ultimately just was not enough.
So this is the first time I'm seeing spectator mode for this game, and I have to say it looks really, really good. I like how on the last mode, on the HUD near the top, you could see where the tower was going back and forth, and it's really cool that you can control the camera angles as well.
You're absolutely
If I didn't know
right.
any better, I'd almost say it was designed specifically for esports.